Hi, I'm Dr. Nishant Kumar, Associate Professor in the Department of Oral Medicine and Radiology. So today I'm going to give a lecture on different imaging modalities of radiography of temporomandibular joint. So we have transcranial, transorbital, and transpharyngeal. These are especially meant for the radiography of temporomandibular joint. So we'll discuss in detail transcranial, right? So indications of transcranial view is if you want to look for arthritic changes in the lateral aspect of the condyle or glenoid fossa, fracture of condylar head, and also it is used to view the articular eminences. Coming to the technique, patient placement. Here the patient placement, first the mid-sagittal plane has to be parallel with the cassette and it should be 90 degrees to the floor. Allotragus line should be parallel with the floor and this view can be taken in both open and closed mouth position. So open mouth position, if you want to look for the range of mandibular movement, condylar movement, you have to go for open mouth position. Coming to the next, film positioning. How to position the film? Film has to be placed against the patient's ear, centered over the temporomandibular joint of interest. Means if you want to take on the right side of TMJ, you have to place the X-ray film centered over the right side temporomandibular joint. Technique, the central ray. Central ray, it's very important where to where the central ray will pass. The central ray, you have to keep the aiming cylinder half inches behind and 2 inches above the external auditory meatus, and it should be directed downward, that is 25 degrees downward, and 20 degrees it should be directed anteriorly to the horizontal plane. And be careful, the ray should be centered over the TMJ of interest. This is the same photo, diagram as well. This is a radiograph of temporomandibular joint in closed mouth position. So this view can be taken in both closed mouth and open mouth position. Exposure parameters, you have to keep 70 kVp, 8 milliampere, and exposure time is 1.5 seconds. Why we are putting exposure time more here? Because the ray is passing to a lot of cranial bones. So we have to give more exposure time. Next is transorbital, also called as transmaxillary or Zimmer projection. Indication, very important indication of this radiograph is medially displaced condylar neck fracture. Medially displaced, remember this medially displaced condylar fracture, that is the main indication of transorbital radiograph. Film placement, the reference lies here. Film has to be placed behind the patient head at an angle of 45 degrees to the sagittal plane. Patient placement, head has to be tilted downward 10 degrees so that the cantometer line, it should be perpendicular to the X-ray film. And this view, it has to be taken in wide open mouth and the jaw has to be protruded. Technique, coming to the technique of this radiograph, very important, the central ray, that tube head, it should be in front of the patient head and directed towards the joint of interest at an angle of plus 10 to plus 20 degrees. It has to be directed downward towards the joint of interest at the angle of plus 10 to plus 20 degrees and laterally at approx 30 degrees, right? Centered over the temporal joint of interest. A point of entry, now we have 3 point of entries over here. Either you can place the aiming center over medial canthus of the opposite eye or medial canthus of the same eye, or you can keep pupil of the same eye, and you have to tell the patient to look front while keeping the aiming cylinder. This is this view of joint taken in trans orbital projection. Exposure parameter, it is 70 kVp, 8 milliampere, exposure time is 0.7 seconds. Next is transpharyngeal, also called as infracranial or McMindell technique. The important indication, it is medial surface of the condylar head and neck, as in case of arthritis, any arthritis, either it is osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. If you want to look for fracture of the condylar neck, head and neck. Film placement, very important. See here, the patient has to hold the cassette. It should be flat. Again, the patient here towards the joint of interest, and it should be centered over the temporomandibular joint of interest, right? And the film has to be placed half inches anterior to the external auditory meatus. Patient placement, very important. The patient, again, mid-sagittal plane should be parallel with the film. It should be 90 degrees to the floor and is taken in maximum open mouth. Why you want to tell the patient to open the mouth? Because condyle will move away from the base of the skull, right? Patient, you have to tell the patient, you have to instruct the patient slowly inhale so that nasal pharynx should fill with the air, right? Technique, again, central ray here, it has to be directed cranially upward, given angulation of -5 to -10 degrees posteriorly towards the joint of interest. And the aiming cylinder you have to keep beneath the zygomatic arch and the rays should pass through sigmoid notch of the tube side. Remember this, it is tube side sigmoid notch, and posteriorly towards the condyle passing through the pharynx. This is a view of the same exposure parameters. You have to keep at KVP 70, exposure time of 8, milliampere of 8, and exposure time of 0.7 seconds. Thank you.